My name is Craig Mousin. I am the University Ombudsperson at DePaul University. In my role as the University Ombudsperson, or Ombuds, as we often call it now, at DePaul University, I fulfill the traditional organizational ombuds duties. I am independent, neutral, and confidential. Although I am an employee of DePaul University, I am independent of any management structure. I do not make any decisions about policy. I do not make any decisions about procedures or if they've been followed. I help people understand those policies and procedures and their place within them. I'm also neutral. I do not represent the university, nor do I represent the person coming to see the Ombuds office. We like to think of the Ombuds office as a safe haven, a place for people to come, to ask questions about policy and procedures, to ask questions where they think DePaul University might not be living up to its mission or living up to the promises it makes to its employees, faculty, and staff. I'm also confidential. That makes the office the safe haven. Because I'm not a formal mechanism, because I'm independent and neutral, individuals can come and discuss the issues that concern them without worrying that a formal record will be established, and we can discuss how they best can decide what steps they want to take. Independence, neutrality, and confidentiality are all part of an organizational ombuds role. As you can imagine, the variety of issues that persons have runs the gamut from just needing to talk, to have someone listen and understand what's happening and put it in perspective, to very serious issues that need to be addressed by the university. Issues may run to the more serious, where someone may feel that they need to be a whistleblower. The Ombuds office provides an opportunity for a person to articulate those concerns, and in so doing, work out a strategy that the individual feels safe and comfortable in fulfilling their responsibilities. The office does not give legal advice, but rather permits individuals to walk through the different opportunities that might be available to help them address the problem. The range of issues that come to the office can be very personal to very general. DePaul University takes very seriously its mission, and individuals may arrive at my office concerned that in some way or manner we have failed to live up to our mission. They may express concerns about relationships with a colleague or a supervisor, or may have concerns about decisions made at the university. All of those topics are safe for conversation, always with the idea of allowing the individual to determine a strategy that works best for themselves, their work, their family, and the university. Because we're not a formal mechanism, they're free to explore all their possible options. If a number of individuals approach with the same question, it might be that a policy or procedure at the institution has to be changed. And Ombuds, by talking with individuals across the scope of the university, oftentimes is a source that can then advise the institution where certain policies seem to be broken or perhaps not being followed as they were intended to be followed. That gets to be one of the tricky parts because we remain confidential, but after a series of discussions, it appears that something is not working. The Ombuds is permitted under our professional guidelines to approach the institution and without in any way identifying the persons that raised the issue, suggest that there might be alternative ways of reaching the goal that the original policy was intended, but somehow it's failing to do. It fits nicely into this integrated conflict resolution system by being the one place that is that safe harbor where someone can discuss without having to take a next action, or can figure out the steps they might want to take, or even figure out if there's a priority of steps. They can try one step. If that doesn't work, try the next step. Often people in conflict need that pause just to take it all in and figure out what they really need to resolve the situation. DePaul University, when it established an ombuds office in 2001, decided to put the office in what's now called the Division of Mission and Ministry. Typically, an ombuds has a dotted line or direct line to the president of an institution, and again acts as that independent place that kind of floats around an institution. DePaul decided to place us in mission because mission is so critical to all of our work at DePaul. I do have a dotted line relationship to the president and other senior officials if need be. But DePaul attempts not just to write a mission statement, but to live a mission statement. Our mission says our community is characterized above all by ennobling the God-given dignity of each individual. St. Vincent de Paul gave us that legacy to follow. If one thinks about it, conflict often threatens dignity. Conflict often denies someone either the chance to speak, the chance for equal opportunity. If we can find ways to reduce conflict, it helps us ennoble dignity. We're all human beings. We're all going to be tired at times. We're all going to miscommunicate at times. Sometimes the best intentioned policy may have unintended consequences. Sometimes, out of sheer repetition, certain individuals may get left out or unheard. We have many good people working to try to address those issues. But sometimes we need a neutral, safe harbor to walk out of the fray, to walk into an office or into a Zoom conversation and examine, are we indeed ennobling dignity? I often do a lot of speaking and writing about how dignity plays out in the workplace. Oftentimes we think of dignity with human rights or civil rights. But how I treat the other in the workplace, how I treat the other individual, regardless of title, regardless of where they are in the hierarchy of the institution, they're still a human being. The literature often suggests that we're a more productive workplace when people feel they're treated fairly, when people feel their dignity is respected. Indeed, in Catholic social thought, the workplace is a place to flourish. We spend most of our time in the workplace. We should all be thinking about justice in the workplace. It's exciting for me, and part of the excitement of this job is how do we ennoble dignity in all that we do? And being human, we're going to struggle at that at times. And we may not always hit the mark. And therefore, we will need times to engage in that dialogue, to perhaps, as some folks would say, restorative practices, to find a way to transform the current into a more just workplace that indeed ennobles dignity. Therefore, I'm exceptionally excited that this office, the University Ombuds, is able to be part of DePaul University's attempt to articulate how we ennoble dignity in all that we do. And it's an honor to represent DePaul in this capacity.